proud of the factor that we have gained as much as we have for our students. The air conditioning helped lower the bills. The grant for the library is going to bring us up to be one of the better libraries in the area when they finish. And there's several of these other grants that have been curtailed just to a specific thing, and we're proud of those as we move along in the process of trying to get other grants. I did want to take a minute or two to point out something to you on page 78 and 79. This is discipline. A lot of people ask me from time to time in town and other places, well, how's the discipline up at the school? I heard it was such and such and such and such. Well, if you're here with a newspaper, you need to get a copy of this. It tells you exactly what it's been for the last 4 years. You can look at here, and if you look at it, in fact, on one page I even sat down and put it out. Starting back in 2009, that's before the year I came in, 2009, they had 635 in ISS and 86 in DAP. The first year I was here, it was 612 and 91. The next year it dropped from 600 to 341, from 91 to 83. And last year it dropped to 266 and down to 59. So that's a big percentage of drop. So discipline is a situation that you're always going to work on, and we're aware of it, and it has been improving steadily for the last 4 years. And a lot of people are always concerned about their children and being in school and what may happen or not happen. I think we got some good principals, we got some good assistants, and they're working on discipline. And if you look at that, these facts come, we have to turn this into the state. This isn't something we fabricated. Where this is right off our PEEMS. When the kid goes down to something, they have to put it on PEEMS and send it into the state. So you could easily access this. I'm assuming anybody wants to can do it. We just kind of put it together for everybody, and I'm real proud of that. There's a lot of people that can say whatever, but as far as I'm concerned, whenever you get this tells you exactly what it is. It's not somebody guessing or whatever. We're proud of the fact that we are concerned with discipline, and we're going to continue on that path also. I would give you a short update. I know I don't have it there, but the wall's going up, the perimeter wall's going up on our new facility, and probably by the end of January they'll blow the balloon up. A lot of people ask me what date. When I find out what date, I'll probably get on the radio and tell everybody, because I want to see it too. I want to see it up there, see how it does also. We're building a dome, and what they do, they inflate a balloon.
2014, correct me if I'm wrong, Craig, but roughly 2014, that we expect the rates to go up, and hence we're in that kind of window where we want to take advantage of these attractive rates. And again, it's not, there's nothing is permanent, so if anything, if districts want to wait till 2015 or 2014, they may not see these attractive savings. So for right now, yes, we do see attractive rates.
So what is the cost on this for us?
The cost is basically going to be